Christian, they said it was a exercise and precaution to take you out, evaluate you. How did you hurt yourself? Looked like you fell pretty hard at the end.
Yeah, they just took me in the tent. I'd never been in the tent, so that was my first time. But they just took me in and just made sure I was okay, but feel great.
What was it like? We never saw
It was interesting. I mean, I feel like everybody's looking at you even though they can't see you, but no, I'm fine, feel good.
What was it like for you to hear the crowd start chanting MVP?
That was pretty cool. I mean, we got a lot of ball left, but I think we have some of the best fans in the world, and that was pretty special. Very appreciative of that.
Christian, can you take us through the long touchdown run?
Yeah, I mean, we had gotten some chunk runs throughout the whole day. Some of those 4, 5, 6 yard runs that we're hitting, and I mean, up front, once again, it starts at them. They did an unbelievable job blocking, and for me, it was just seeing air and turn on the jets. And Dory is a track guy; he's fast, man. So I was happy I got in the end zone because he hawks a lot of people down.
Christian, when your coaching staff is calling fourth down plays for you guys to convert, calling fake punts early in the game, what does that signify to you as a team?
Oh, we love it. We love it. We'll never tell them not to do that or disagree with them on that. So, I mean, that just kind of shows the confidence they have in us, the confidence we have in ourselves to be able to go out on fourth down and take a risk. And today it paid off.
Sure, it schemed up well. Were you surprised that you were so open on the touchdown pass?
They had done some stuff on the goal line. We thought, they're pretty good, within the A and B gaps. So if we could get on the edge, it'd be good. North made a great call. Kyle made a great throw, and it was a little walk-in.
What did you see kind of to the front left side of you, Jarius Wright, doing away from the ball to help spring you loose a little bit?
On which one?
The touchdown.
The long one?
No. Which touchdown was it? The receiving touchdown. Yeah, sorry.
No, he did a great job. Jay Wright's a guy who, we have so many guys on our team who are very, very unselfish, who do so much without the ball in their hands. And Jay Wright's one of those guys that's right at the top, somebody who blocks his butt off all the time and never complains. I think that's all our receivers too. And, I think football is the biggest team game ever. And when you got guys, even like Greg Olsen, Greg Olsen's a guy who's had 1,000-yard receiving years. And, he's a guy that's not afraid to stick his head in there and block. And that says a lot about who he is and about who this team is. So I'm very fortunate to be able to play with guys like that.
Christian, your running assessment on Colin Jones' run.
As he kept his feet going and, they had some great push as well. And, that fired us up. He was very determined to get that first down, you could tell.
Obviously, last week you guys got behind the 8-ball a little bit with the lead growing. This week it felt like you were able to stick to the run early, especially just kind of establishing that run game. How important was that for you guys?
I think it was huge. I think one of the things that opened it up was Kyle being able to distribute the ball, multiple different guys. I know DJ had over 100. Curtis had a couple great catches. Greg was there all day. A bunch of different guys. So for us, it was, as we were able to distribute the ball in the pass game, the run game opens up, and I think vice versa. So we're really good when we play good team football and, limit the self-inflicted wounds. And I think, we did that a lot today.
How big was this response after last week's loss, especially what happened last year late in the season?
Yeah, it was big. We had a lot of guys who remember what that taste felt like last year. And once again, halfway through the season now, got a lot of football left. And it's a 16 one-week seasons. And, we'll move on to next week now and appreciate the win, but a lot of ball left. So get after it on Monday.
What about what you've accomplished so far in the first half of the season has surprised you?
I'm not really surprised. I just got to take it one day at a time and kind of focus on all that other stuff at the end of the year and see what happens. But I just want to win, and I think everybody in this locker room just wants to win and do whatever I can to help out.
Christian, you mentioned DJ and Curtis. Obviously, they had great days today. Is it fair to say this is one of the better overall days for the Cat Pack?
Yeah, it was a great day. Yeah, a great day for everybody. And, once again, those guys are super dynamic. And you look at some of the third down plays that they had, too. DJ on that third down screen on the left there. I mean, those are huge momentum plays and plays that end up, we put it in the end zone. And, you could argue it's because of that. Dennis Daly making a block on the corner, guys doing their jobs downfield. And it's a team game. And football is the best sport in the world because of that. So when the pieces start to come together, it's a lot of fun.
You guys have a number of long runs this year, 40-plus touchdown runs. Do you guys just collectively as an offense have confidence to know that if you guys are able to stick to the run, eventually one of those might pop in a game?
Yeah, I mean, we'd love to say that every week. Sometimes it goes, sometimes it doesn't. But at the end of the day, we know early if we're going to get some of these 4-yard, 5-yard runs on certain plays, we have a lot of confidence. I have a lot of confidence in our O-line that there's going to be a hole that opens up and we'll be able to, break one. So it's just about staying patient and staying true to your eyes, true to your reads, and when there is a hole, you got to hit it because those don't come around a whole lot.
Christian, what sort of difference does it make to be able to bounce back like this at home, especially this year when you guys really don't have much of a stretch where you're here at home?
Yeah, that was awesome. We love playing at home. Once again, I think we have some of the best fans in the league, and getting wins at home is extremely important. And I think we have a really good road team too, but there's nothing like playing at home.
Talk about the opportunity next week of going and playing in Green Bay. It's probably going to be 30 degrees, it's supposed to be snowing and all, but just that opportunity to play in them up there next week.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. I've played in a few snow games in my life, just growing up in Denver, so I'm kind of excited for it. Those are some of the games that I remember most growing up. So it's a great challenge. They're a heck of a football team, and we're gonna have our work cut out.
Christian, Dennis has bounced around that line a bit this season as a rookie. How has he helped elevate the offensive line this season from what you've seen?
Yeah, he's done a great job. He's done an amazing job. I think when you look at our O-line overall and what Coach Masco's done with them, you see guys playing left tackle, guys playing right tackle, guys playing, guard, having to step in due to injuries, and it's really impressive. I don't know too many teams who have that much depth and who have that much dynamic offensive linemen who can move around. So it's been cool to see him, do extremely well. Obviously, I'm very thankful for all those guys. I don't go without them. So, it's hats off to them.
You were the last one announced out of the tunnel as the starter. I think that was the first time for you as a Panther. Was that like a cool honor, kind of?
Definitely, yeah. That was a really cool honor. I was very appreciative of that.
Ron had said that you were sort of rallying to go back into the game. Do you think that you could have had to go back in if necessary?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. That was fine.
Christian, certainly you aren't necessarily talking yourself up, but to hear one of your teammates, Kyle Allen, was just in here, and he referred to you as the heart and soul of this team. To hear that from him, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. I think we got a lot of heart and souls on this team. But I've definitely tried to step in as a leader. I think we got a lot of great leaders who, I've learned from. And, for me, it's just doing my part, showing up and holding myself accountable to my teammates and doing my job and doing it the best of my ability. And once again, such a team sport. So, as all of us start to click together and continue, we got a lot of leaders on this team, and it's special to play with.
You don't like to talk.
Here.
I know you don't like to talk about yourself in this regard so much, but one thing that you have taken upon yourself, maybe behind the scenes, that's a physical act of leadership. We hear all the time about free agents coming in, and you're the first one to text them, for example. Can you kind of expand a little bit on some of the things we don't see?
I don't think it's anything above and beyond. I want to win just like everybody else does, and I think when you have a team who has really good camaraderie and who wants to be around each other and who enjoys being in the locker room, it makes practicing fun. It makes lifting and working out fun because you're with some guys who are your friends, and that's something that I enjoy. It's something you look at Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly, I think, is the standard of that, and what he's been able to do on the field and who he is off the field speaks volumes. So just try to take a little note from his book and do the same.
The Hurricanes were here wearing your jersey. I know you showed support for them last year during their playoff run. What does that mean to see them here wearing your jersey and for both teams to kind of feed off each other?
Yeah, that was really cool. I've become a huge Canes fan since I've been here. I love hockey, so seeing them all wear my jersey was funny. The guys were giving me some flack on the sideline saying that it was a bunch of me's, just a bunch of white dudes with blonde hair. But it was cool. That meant a lot. I was happy they got to come out, and hopefully, after the season we get to watch them deep into a playoff run.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.